What's guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we have an update, second update on the Beemax BMW 320i touring race car. Been a minute. I've been trying to work on this thing for quite a few weeks now, and finally got to a point where we can do our update and finally get to final assembly. So here is the body. The body turned out pretty darn good. We got the weight on there. The clear coat looks good. Decals turned out fantastic. I was just putting on small of the details, such as the chrome inside the headlights and the chrome for the taillights and stuff. But really good body, and it looks fantastic. Decals were from the kit, and these are pretty good decals. They actually went on really nicely, and they formed really nice to the body. I mean, especially back here to the rear end. I mean, I thought that was gonna be a pain in the butt, but no, they actually went together really nicely and stuff. So basically, this is actually, so the body used to be white. I didn't have any clear white. I was going to use the splash paints white, but it turns out it was not like super white. It was kind of like a cream white kind of thing. So what this color is, this is actually just the Tamiya primer white, just to be honest. I mean, it's literally the Tamiya primer, and I just put clear coat on it, and it looks good. So pretty cool. Because for some reason I don't have any plain white, which I probably should, because white is a pretty common color, but I'm just kind of weird like that, I guess. So, but yeah, that's primer white from Tamiya, right out of the spray can, and it looks pretty good. And down here it says, on instructions at least, it says it's supposed to be flat black. I mean, and this is black right here. So I've looked at some pictures, and this is not pure black. It's kind of like the really dark gray black. So I just mixed Tamiya black and like a dark gray black, or a dark gray from Tamiya, and just give it that like dark gray look, and it looks pretty good. So I did all that, and then I clear coated it, and then we just did some matte clear over that, because that is actually supposed to be matte on the real car. So, and it says in instructions too, matte flat black. So just messed it off and just put a little piece of spray can on there and, you know, made it matte it out. But yeah, the body turned out good. We're not gonna do the headliner, because again, this will be a stripped car, so I'm pretty sure they shipped out the headliner and stuff. So that was good. Let's move on to the chassis. Now this is a very basic kit. I mean, when I say basic, I mean basic. I mean, that is basically everything. Everything you see here is how it is. I mean, your exhaust is separate. This is separate. Your steering, obviously, your brakes are separate. At least your gas tanks are separate, so that's good. And then you have a couple pieces to your axle back here is separate, but that's pretty much about it. I mean, you have to paint all in here black. You have to paint in there black where the engine is. So we just did that. We just masked it off and used my airbrush and stuff, just make it simple. We did some heat staining on the exhaust, so it looks pretty cool because it is a race car. The exhaust gets pretty hot on these cars, so that's that. And then this does have pulse and steering, which is cool. And then also, since we do have the super detailed set for this kit, we got some photo edge for the brakes, so pretty cool. So photo edge for the front and rear brakes, so really neat. Just adds a little bit more detail, and it actually calls for the brakes to be like aluminum look, or yeah, like aluminum or steel look. So did that, and I thought this was a gas tank when I did an unboxing video, but this is actually the spare wheel carrier, so that's actually white. So that's pretty cool. So the chassis turned out good. Let's move on to the interior. The interior, this was a lot of focus. I mean, I just took a break from this kit because the interior was a lot of detail. So the main detail was the seat belts. Those seat belts were a pain in the butt, but we got them in there. The seat is not from the kit. I did not really care for the kit seat. I mean, it's really skinny. I don't think it was correct to scale. So this is a 3D printed seat, and it looks pretty good. And all the seatbelt harness stuff, that's all photo edge from the kit, or from the super detailed kit. Even the fabric for the seatbelt harness is red, so that's cool. But other than that, everything else is pretty much stock, except, you know, there's, like I said, photo edge. You do have photo edge for what you call it, this shifter right here, that one right there. So that's photo edge, so that's pretty cool. And then we just add a bunch of wires and hoses in there. And also, one more thing is 3D printed is the fire extinguisher. Like I mentioned before, in my first update, I actually cut a little piece off the fire extinguisher from the kit. So, and then that was by accident. That's my bad, but not a big deal. So, but other than that, it looks good. The carbon fiber on the gauge cluster in here is from a super detailed set, which is awesome. And just lot of detail, a lot of wires and hoses on these cars, because again, it is a race car. It's just all exposed. I'm trying to get this. There we go. So there we go. So look at that. So we got a cooling hose in there for the driver and stuff, and then it's pretty cool. Now the only thing that this kit did not come with is actually pedals, like gas and brake pedals. So I actually made those, and I had some pedal for the edge and stuff, so you can see I drew the holes for the brake, clutch, and gas pedal. So I put some pedals in there, and I'm not sure you'll be able to see them, but you might be able to see them through the passenger windows and stuff, and through the back seat, because again, it's exposed interior. So I put some pedals in there. It's kind of disappointing this kit does not come with pedals. It's kind of actually detail. I mean, since this is a $50 kit overall, but you would think it would add some pedals, but not too big a deal. We can easily make those. But yeah, pretty cool. The interior turned out good. The interior is actually from Ammo by Meg. This is actually their off-white from Ammo by Meg. This is like a cool color, and of course we put on one coat of 2K clear because it is actually shiny. Not super shiny, but yeah, it looks good. And then the door panels, I don't think they're accurate for this kit, but it doesn't really matter because the roll cage covers half of it, and two, you don't really see much of it anyway. So because the door panels are actually flat on this car, they don't actually they ship the door panels, let's just put it that way, and it's pretty much all carbon fiber. But I didn't feel like putting a piece of styrene sheet in there and doing all that, so I just left it is. But yeah, pretty cool, really nice interior, and pretty happy how that turned out. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much about it. Sorry I haven't posted a video in quite some time because, well, kind of been busy, and it's getting hot. It's supposed to be like 100 degrees here this weekend, so that's gonna be fun. But hey, hopefully we'll get this done and chill inside with the AC and stuff. But really cool kit, and I am actually enjoying this kit. My first touring car, and it's a fun kit, really fun kit. So hopefully we'll get it done this weekend, and then we'll see the final probably by early next week. But alright guys, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed, and until my next video, we'll catch you next time.